All right. Speaking of helping people, Echo Charles.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help people learn how to support themselves.
Yeah.
And maybe if they want to, also simultaneously support this podcast if they want to.
That would be fantastic, but we're not relying on it. Is that kind of the theme?
No, I'm hoping.
Yeah,
if not, hey, I got this. I'll run with it.
Sure. Oh yeah, sure, of course.
Sure, you want me to run with it? Because I'll be done with it in like 4 minutes.
Bro, I'm here. What's interesting is I kind of depend on you and rely on you to kind of help bail me out this podcast. Otherwise, it'd just be kind of talking to myself.
Okay. Check.
Actually, I wouldn't be talking because I typically talk after you talk, like in reaction to you.
So if it was the Echo podcast, it would just be silence.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be good evening because you say good evening, you know. Dang. No podcast.
Check.
It's all good. So, yeah, support yourself, right? All right, we'll talk about krill oil. Jocko has krill oil. Jocko Super Krill Oil. Super
krill.
Yeah. And also Jocko Joint Warfare. Glucosamine chondroitin. This is all for your joints. The best type of supplement, in my opinion. You know have you been into other supplements?
Not in a long time.
Yeah, so I have like in my younger days where I'd take like, I don't know, protein powder or like this thing that does this, you know. I can say with full on honesty that when I'd stop taking it, there really wasn't that much of a difference.
But what happens when you stop taking Joint Warfare?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So there is a difference. And especially, I mean, I don't know, I'm whatever age I am now. We don't have to go into that part. But so I don't know. I don't know how it is to take krill oil when I was like in my 20s. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. But I know now. And I'll tell you this. And I have gotten off it for like it was like maybe a week. Little bit more than a week. And yeah, they came back, man. The joint situations.
Yeah. You know what I think? You know what I think the krill oil and the Joint Warfare do? Make you durable.
Yeah.
Make you durable.
They do.
I believe they contribute greatly to my durability.
Yeah, and it's actually saying a lot for me and for you too, big time, because you're not like a small guy. You're not a small person. And let's face it, we're older than we were before.
That is a true statement.
No
we
matter
are
what.
older than we were before.
And you actually more so than me, you do like hard stuff.
Yeah.
Like lifting, jiu-jitsu, like hard stuff.
Yeah. Check.
Harder than the normal person.
Maybe. Some people. Not Amelia Boone.
Yeah.
She's out doing 300 obstacle courses.
Yeah. See, so
300 obstacles at 90 miles.
I know, man. I don't know if
I'll send her some.
Yeah, see what up.
Warfare.
If she's not already on it.
Yeah.
Or something like it. Nonetheless, the joint situation is like that's saying a lot. If you can do the stuff that you do, and I just kind of doing some introspection, kind of detaching, whatever. I'm looking at the stuff that I do. It's like, man, it helps a lot. I don't think I'd be able to go as hard.
Oh, no. You definitely wouldn't.
Like just daily.
My shoulder healed.
Yeah. My elbow.
Straight
both
up.
of them. Yeah. Elbow.
Well, there you go.
And my knees. Bro, I put abuse on my knees with like working out. And jiu-jitsu because they're kind of loose. Skinny knees.
And skinny.
I thought you would have said that. But like they're super loose. Where when I blew out my knee in college, the doctor, when they do the test, they're like, okay, before they do the MRI, they do the tests, all these tests. They just kind of wiggle them and do all this stuff from different positions. And they wiggled both of them. And they were like, bro, your knees are loose. Like this, just genetically.
Did the doctors tell you that they were skinny too?
Anyway,
sorry, man.
They were loose. And then.
You said you had skinny knees.
I do. And skinny ankles.
Get up right now.
Anyway, then I hurt my knee when I was rolling with Greg, and I went to the doctor who performed the surgery on my bicep, and he was like, oh yeah, you have a blown ACL. And I was like, whoa, I hurt the outside of my knee, or the inside of my knee, not the outside, or not I didn't blow out my knee. He's like, no, you blew out your knee. I was like, dang. I was like, oh, but he didn't run any comprehensive tests. He just did it real quick, like wiggled it. And then I was like, whoa, my doctor in college said I have really loose knees, so check this one. And he had like another person there, and he goes, and he checks the other, and he was like, whoa. Huh. But the difference is when you wiggle a no ACL knee, it doesn't like abruptly stop, even if it's loose. You see what I'm saying? So like if you have no ACL, it's like a blunt. Like it's like if you had a cord in there, like a real like a tension cord or something that didn't stretch at all. And mine are just a little bit longer. You see what I'm saying? So I have loose knees. Nonetheless, so the point is, I know, long explanation. I understand. When I roll jiu-jitsu, they'll pop out sometimes.
Loose ends.
And then if they pop out, and then I like kick or straighten out real quick or whatever, it'll pop out. And you know how your bones, they're kind of shaped like this? They'll do this, and then they'll get like caught on each other. And when they get caught on each other and you press, it'll like mess up the cartilage. Yeah. So they'll get swollen on the inside. At the end of the day, they get swollen for like some days. So I gotta like warm them up more or whatever. But yeah, I just take the krill oil. I just ignore the swelling. Doesn't even, no factor. And I'm pretty flexible too.
Check.
Nonetheless. Anyway, you want to support yourself. There you go. Jocko Super Krill Oil and Joint Warfare. Boom. Physical support on your supportive structures. Also, if you're into jiu-jitsu, Origin has a new gi. What is it? Your signature gi? Is that what you call it?
I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
no, it's the gi that says cool stuff on it.
Yeah.
This one equals freedom. Get after it.
Yeah. So I guess technically, as far as what a signature something would be, that's the Jocko gi. It's not called the Jocko gi.
Well, no, we wouldn't be having it. I guess we have a Jocko podcast.
Yeah, but that's just for a lack of a better name, really.
True.
This one, no. Well, anyway, they got the gi. The deaf gi.
Yep.
Discipline equals freedom. Gi. It's a good one. Kind of lighter weight. It's Pete said the weave.
It's an athletic weave. It's a real weave. Yeah. It's not just taking cotton, which is what they just make pants from 1908 from. It's an athletic. And when you put it in the dryer or you put it in the washing machine, when you get done, it's almost dry. It's got cotton in it, but it's also got a poly blend.
The good stuff. And it's all made here in America from the seed of the cotton, the very seed that you plant the seed. I wonder where they get the seeds from.
South
Probably
Carolina,
here.
I think.
Yeah.
It's either Tennessee or South Carolina.
Yeah. So
I forget which one. We'll find out.
Yeah. Even buying the seeds or acquiring the seeds in whatever capacity is here in America, planted in America, cotton grows in America, harvested in America, obviously.
Died in America.
Shipped
up to Maine.
Repeat weaves it in a bunch of looms into fabric and into gis. Boom, right on your back to start rolling. All made in America. That's all the stuff at Origin, by the way, if you don't know already. They got some good rash guards and compression gear, which is the same thing.
Yes.
Rash guards and compression gear.
I've noticed, because I didn't used to use rash guards other than for surfing. Yeah. Do you notice you feel a little bit like the compression helps you athletically? Do you feel that?
I don't feel that, no. But I don't think I'm paying attention, to be honest with you.
Placebo, I'm just trying perhaps. What about people that get 19% improvement in their jiu-jitsu skills?
That's real. That's 100% real. But me, as far as, but I hear good things about compression. Mm-hmm. Like I see the links to articles that say all the performance benefits and all this stuff. Here's the thing. I don't read them. I don't know.
So I wear knee pads when I roll.
Yeah.
And I wear them for two reasons. Well, I wear them for three reasons. Number one, just abrasions on the knee, right? Whatever. Mat burn on your knee, which is cool. You get it. Maybe you get it once every 3 days. Yeah. That's once every 3 days. You got mat burn on your knee, and you got blood, and you got people that are like, "Hey, I don't want to roll with you because you're bleeding," or whatever. So that's just a pain. Mm-hmm. Number two, it for me keeps them warm, right? The knee sleeve just warms up your knees. Yeah. And number three, it provides a little bit of compression. That makes me feel good. Now I feel when I put on a rash guard, I feel like that on my body, which is good. Yep. I don't know. I think it feels good.
Yeah. So, compression gear. I can't speak really on it, but I for damn sure can't speak against it. And it's all made in America, and they're dope.
Do some research.
Yeah. If that even matters, does that matter that much?
Well, you wear it because it's efficient to roll in, for sure. Yeah. The most efficient thing you can roll in is a rash guard.
Yeah, I feel like A, that's the uniform. B, all the what do you call it? ergonomic. Nah, it's not ergonomic. It's like, you know how you said the mat burn, and you don't get mat burn like all day every day. It's just like, if you're going super hard and your knee or your elbow or whatever happens to be against the mat at it, it's like it's a happenstance situation. Unless you're new, you're getting mat burn all over.
Isn't that weird the way your body learns proprioception to keep you from getting? Hey, you notice if you haven't rolled for a long time, you'll get your feet get all mat burned up.
Top of your feet.
Your knees get all mat burned up.
Yeah,
when you're in the roll mode, you barely get mat burn.
Yeah,
you get it like once every 3 or 4 rolls. Well, once every 3 or 4 days, you'll get a little mat burn on the top of your toes.
Bro, I haven't had mat burn on the top of my toes in like a long time.
Oh, really?
It's like it's like your skin gets smart. You're like, oh, what are we doing? Rolling? Okay, we gotta toughen up right now.
Have you ever rolled on a Resolite wrestling mat barefoot after you've been rolling on a hard tatami mat for a while?
No,
it takes like a week to get used to it.
Why?
Because you will stub your toe a bunch. Because your toes won't know where to go because they're deeper and softer.
Yeah, it's like when you play football on grass and you go to artificial turf. You got to get used to that. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, cool. Compression gear, good. I'm glad that it's compression because some people do care about that. And I think that I'm one of those people. Well, if you know the benefits and you're benefiting from it, there you go. Boom. I don't think I just been paying attention. But after this, guess what? I will because I'm not always right about things. As far as the way I look at them. Also, I want to talk about On It. So, I would go into my whole kettlebell routine, which I smashed yesterday, by the way. I got a new Cyclops 1, by the way. So, again, cool. If you got regular kettlebells, the regular ones, that's good. Because doing kettlebells is way better than not doing kettlebells. What I recommend is you get the good ones. The dope, decorative, artistic. I don't like decorative. You like decorative? The word decorative? No, here to win. Artistic kettlebells. I say get those ones. They're just way cooler. Especially if you're into Instagram stuff. That's what I think. It's my opinion. Nonetheless, they got regular ones as well. Go to onit.com/Jocko. They have a bunch of fitness stuff. I noticed Jocko's mace that he recommend I use for like other stuff, which is actually part of a big point that you can use a lot of this stuff for like various different sorts of exercise activities. True. Yeah. And they have like a bunch of cool stuff on there, like stuff that's different from your traditional bench, squat, like functional stuff.
Check.
Nonetheless, onit.com/Jocko. Go there. Boom. Support yourself. Expand your workout, man. If you want. You could be like Jocko, who does the same thing over and over and over and
Actually,
over
my workouts do vary.
over and over and over and over again.
My workouts do vary.
Yeah. But they vary over and over again.
They also have some strong similarities. So yeah, you're right.
To be honest, I do the same exact workout all the time with variations, but those variations will come in cycles that go over and over. The same pattern. Yeah, but that's kind of the whole point of a workout, though. Yeah, it's like your body gets used to certain activities. Mix it up. You can't let it get too used to it. Right. That's why they say you got to switch it up. All the shock your body, all this stuff. But if you're constantly just shocking your body, it's like your body's kind of saying this to you. It's like, okay, what are we doing? I'm gonna get as good at it as possible. Okay, so however many times we got to do this thing, I'm going to try my best. As long as you feed me and rest me, I'm going to try my best to accommodate you as far as, getting better at this thing. Now, if you give me one thing to do and say, get good at that, we're never doing it again, you're not gonna, there's no real results except for maybe the underlying system, maybe like your heart rate or your, those types of things. Maybe your, when you can endure like hard stuff. Mentally.
Durable.
Yeah, like mental durability, maybe that. But no, if you do like one exercise, sure, you'll be sore, and then that's kind of it. The benefits of that program won't really. Then again, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be missing like some new science on the whole deal. Nonetheless.
Research it.
Get a good workout routine. And if you want to expand it, go to Onnit because they have the good stuff. Also, if you want to get Timothy Ferriss's book that Jocko was quoting, Jocko's in there, by the way. How many quotes do you have in there?
I don't know, 11. He asked 11 questions.
11 questions, Jocko. So these, and they're the same, right? They're the same as
all
the
the questions
Billboard
are the
one,
same.
all this stuff. Yeah. And here's the thing, like Tim will post like little excerpts of that, like just little quotes, you know? Yep. And that's a really interesting thing that he did there, where he asked everyone the same question.
Well, yeah, because that's the type of person, Tim's personality, he looks for patterns and things, right? That's how you find patterns.
That's super clever. Like it's basically you have 11 categories of advice that you can get from these top level people in different like industries, different.
And then he's got like he's kind of sorts them in the back, so you can see what everyone. He kind of assembles the information in some various ways in the back of the book, so you can sort of pull and pool the knowledge.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. That's good. Yeah, man, I actually like that kind. But that is smart though. So that's essentially what you have. You have this big book of advice from all these complete experts.
That is exactly what it is.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah. So there you go. When you get that, just go to here. Look, we'll offer it. JockoPodcast.com. Go on the top menu, books from the episodes. Boom, I got you right there. Tribe of Mentors by Timothy Ferriss. Click through there. It's a good way to support. If you want to shop for anything else, go ahead and do that. Carry on, man. Support away. Some people think that that's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Just clicking through there, I mean. It is a big deal.
You mean it's hard to do?
Easy to do. It's small action. Small action. Big reaction. Yep. It's like sodium when you throw it into water. Anyway, subscribe to the podcast. YouTube. That's for the video version. But on iTunes and Google Play, Stitcher, all the podcasting providing platforms. Seems obvious, but you know, if you haven't already subscribed, it's a good way to support. Also, YouTube, like I said, video version of this podcast. Also, excerpts if you want to share little ideas that have emerged from the podcast. You want to share them individually, they're on there. Most of them. I work on them every week. Put them on there. You can share them. It's a good reason to subscribe to the YouTube. Also, I'll put some, you know how people, what's called this like mashups. They're called mashups.
Yeah.
When you put like an excerpt of your voice.
Oh, and they put music.
Videos. Yes. They put some video. So, you know, some visual aid is what it's called.
Wait, do you make mashups?
Here's the thing though. So a mashup is like you just take various clips, you know, of whatever, you know, like they're just visual aids.
You do like a whole thematic thing.
See, and that's kind of the thing. So I don't know.
It's been a while though, isn't it? Really? When you think about it.
Kind of. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes they get hard. Yeah.
Creative
so I don't know.
block.
Yeah.
Read The War of Art.
Or I might be just working diligently and obsessively on maybe new approaches and methods.
Put The War of Art on our site too, so people can get that.
The War of Art. Yeah, I read that one. It was good.
Yeah.
I need to maybe revisit it for the
apparently
video production standpoint. Nonetheless, when I do make those videos, I put them on YouTube. And that's yet another reason to subscribe. On top of the fact that it does support the podcast. So it's like a big circle loop of support. You see what I'm saying? Also, Jocko has a store. It's called Jocko Store. JockoStore.com is where you can get your Discipline Equals Freedom shirt, Get After It shirt, and other shirts of that type. Also rash guards on there. New rash guards on there. 2 new rash guards on there. I don't know, 2 or 3. You got to look. JockoStore.com. The rash guard is sodium. Small action, big reaction. That's a rash guard. I don't know if it's out yet. Yeah, I got to take the pictures. I got to list them, you know. So during that process, hopefully.
Make it sound like that's real hard to do. Take pictures and list them.
I'm trying to.
Anyone want a job out there in the world?
Anyway.
Echo's having a hard time taking pictures of a rash guard.
Warrior Kid rash guards for youth.
Nice.
For the warrior kids themselves.
Nice.
So look out for that.
My little daughter was sporting hers today.
I know, right? It looks good. It looks good. It looks very, 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 very good. Nonetheless, they're on there. JockoStore.com. Got some hats on there. Beanies coming as well. And, you know, other stuff. Beanies. Look on there. Yes. Yeah. I'm not saying go buy a beanie. I'm not saying that.
You might not need one. Maybe you're in Hawaii.
Yeah, but you'll wear a beanie in Hawaii just for the look.
Yeah. But maybe you're in Chi-Town.
Yeah.
And you need a beanie.
You're in Michigan. Somewhere. Dang. Nonetheless, go on there. If you like something, get something. Good way to support. Also, psychological warfare on your campaign against weakness. That's what we're going with right now. Campaign against weakness. Improving yourself. You're going from a person who is incapable of detaching, who is incapable of understanding the message rather than your feeling about the message. If you're that person, yet you're on the path to become a different person, someone who can understand the message first, feeling second. The ability to detach, we're always working on. And if you're working on that as well, this is what you do. You hit those moments of weakness. You have this album with tracks, Jocko tracks, called Psychological Warfare. What it does is it takes any little element of your campaign against weakness, any little element that you might slip on, you see that? Hey, I sounded like you right there. You see that? You might slip on it.
Oh.
You may feel a little weak. When you wake up or when you're about to wake up, when you're about to get up. When you wake up, you're about to get up. It's 4:30 and you're like, dang, I'm going to press the snooze. Don't worry. There's a track for that. You play that track. Jocko give you pragmatic advice on why you shouldn't hit the snooze. Same thing goes for skipping your workout. Same thing goes for skimping on your diet, slipping on your diet. Creative block, procrastination, all these things. It's like tracks for where Jocko's telling you why you shouldn't do that. It's like, hey, don't do that. This is why it's beneficial for you to continue, all that stuff. It's a good one. It helps. 100% effective in spotting people when they need a little spot. If you need a spot. Sometimes you don't need a spot. Sometimes you're just getting after it 100%. But that's a good one for that.
You also on Amazon can get Jocko white tea, which is good. If you don't believe me, go read the reviews on there. I'll read some of them again. I've read a couple of them on here, but you can read them yourself. The reviews explain that when you drink Jocko white tea, you can deadlift 8,000 pounds at a minimum. So that's a guarantee. Yeah. People don't understand. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
If you don't think, if you can't, I'll give you your money back for the tea.
Yep.
Also got some books. You can get them anywhere, really. Way of the Warrior Kid. Thank you, everyone that gives me feedback all the time. Kids that are doing various things, like studying, like reading the book, studying, doing jiu-jitsu, doing pull-ups, swimming, competing, just all kinds of awesome stuff. Everything from figure skating to ballet to wrestling. Seen it all. Mm-hmm. Little warrior kids getting after it. That's a book for any kid that you want to put on the proper path of discipline, of hard work. The next book, the next Warrior Kid book, is coming out April 28th. I'll let you know when it pops up for pre-order. Extreme Ownership, the new edition is out. It's longer. It has a little new forward in it. It's got some new pictures, color pictures, by the way. Color.
Oh, dang. Stepping it up.
No, I don't like that. I was like, no, make them black and white. Black and white only. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
There's also some Q&A on there, which is the Q&A that's in the new version is from this podcast, which means it's from you listeners. So thank you for the questions. And also the new version, it's black. And it's flat black. Did you notice that? It's flat black?
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Flat black.
Yeah. That makes it even better than just regular black.
Right. Well, what's regular black?
Glossy.
Oh, glossy black.
You hear that dog barking?
Yeah.
That's legit.
Savage out here.
Yeah. There must be somebody invading the podcast space. You can get the new version of Extreme Ownership right now. Flat black. Questions from the podcast. All that. Also, Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. So, this is a book. It's not a normal book, right? We know that. It's a book that if you give it to somebody, they don't feel like, oh, he just went and grabbed me a book. They don't feel like that. They think, dang. Yeah, because it's not normal. Yeah. So the publisher knows that, right? So they wanted a little tagline. And they sent me some, hey, we come up with some taglines. And they gave me this tagline.
Sure.
Can I make fun of my publisher?
Yes, especially if they
sounds like I'm going to do that right now. So my publisher, they say, we're gonna have a little tagline. You can sell your book. And they said, well, here's our tagline. This book makes a great gift for the holiday season. Something like that, right? And they send me, because I always say, like, hey, don't be saying stuff about my stuff without asking me first.
Yeah.
Because you guys will say dumb stuff about my cool stuff, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So they said, this book makes a great holiday gift, or whatever. And I said, no. And I thought about it for 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And I wrote them back and I said, use this. There is no better gift than the gift of discipline. Boom. Factually, there's your tagline. So for your people in your life that you don't want to get them a stupid gift, like a necktie or a belt or something else that they don't want or need,
Sure.
they need this book.
Yeah.
The best gift you can give is the gift of discipline.
Dang.
So there you go. Hey, by the way, people keep asking me, and I keep telling everyone wants the audio version of this book. And they say, when is it coming out? It's out. Mm-hmm. It's out. The audio version of Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual, it's out right now. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon Music. It's on Google Play. It's on other MP3 platforms. The reason we did that is because if you put it on Audible, you can't pull it out as tracks and use it for alarm or use it to spot yourself if you get a moment of weakness, which this book is good for. Mm-hmm. So that's where you can get the audio version. Beyond the books, beyond the podcast, for leadership training and execution with your business or your team, you can contact our leadership consulting company. It's me. It's Leif Babin. It's JP Donnell. It's Dave Burke. You can email info@echelonfront.com. And if you have questions for us or you have answers for us, we want to hear them both. You can communicate with us on the interwebs, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. Echo is at Echo Charles, and I am at Jocko Willing.